I want to go down to the person who's watching this and say, you know, Courtney Anthony, I don't have 500. I only have $50 I can invest right now. What is that one thing? Can they buy one stock for $50?
Man, you only have $50. I'm sticking with ETFs. Perfect. And put it in the S&P 500.
There you go. All day long. S&P 500, $50. Do it today. All right. I want to end on this one. I want to get very real in the last 4 minutes. We've been doing good at hitting these 30, 35 minutes. And y'all, thank y'all for watching it, man. Our watch time has gone up since we've gone down in recording. So appreciate y'all for rocking with this. If this Iran situation escalates, as we're seeing, president is saying one thing, but then we're seeing something over there in the war at the time of recording this, right? As we see a major market slowdown, like in 2008, right? What are the warning signs our community should watch for? Like, how do you protect the little bit of wealth that they're building while still positioning themselves for growth?
Yeah, so there are some things that you want to watch for that are signs that, okay, things are going to get worse before they get better.
Yes, sir.
Some of those things are like the S&P 500 dropping about 10% in like a week, 2 weeks time, like massive drops in a short period of time. Treasury yields shooting up, right? Treasury yields are like when you investing by giving the federal government loans, okay? Those are typically low interest, low returns because it's a really, really safe investment. When those interest rates go up higher, okay, which means you're getting a bigger return by giving them money, there's an inverse relationship between treasury yields and the stock market. So if those are going up, that means the stock market is probably going down. If we start seeing interest rates go up, so from the Federal Reserve, if we see them raising interest rates, if we see inflation creeping up, banks aren't lending money as fast as like when all of these things are happening, oil prices go to like $100 a barrel or more. Typically they're like $60 to $70 a barrel. So when they get to like $100 or more, all of these, maybe 2 or 3 of these things happening at the same time, kind of like sit back because it's probably about to get worse.
What's going on, fam? Hey, listen, if you're serious about getting out of debt, building real wealth, and creating a life of freedom, this is your home. I want to personally invite you to subscribe to the channel right now because every single week we're dropping videos that will help you take control of your money. It will help you shift your money mindset and break money generational cycles. You see, this channel isn't just content. It's honestly a movement. Over 1 million people have joined this community over the last 4 years. I'm still blown away by that, to be honest. And our mission is bold. It is to eliminate $1 billion in debt and build $500 million in assets by the year of 2050. We talk real money, real freedom, and real legacy here at the table. No fluff, no credit card hacks, just the truth that will set you and your family up for a better financial future. Do yourself a favor and join this family, join this movement by hitting that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications and join this journey because this is where financial freedom begins. Let's get back to the show. Hit that subscribe button.
Before it gets better, stay tapped into this show because we're going to let you know if these things are happening. I know somebody's sitting down taking some notes right now. I need oil prices. We got inflation, treasury yields. I got to look up treasury yields. Like, you know, stay tapped into the show. We're going to let you know when it's happening. But when all of those things are happening together, the market is about to get worse. So when that's happening, you need to make sure that you have cash reserves. Okay, some of those cash reserves are for you personally because when the market and we're going into a recession, employers lay off, you need to make sure that you have expenses in the event of the worst. But you also need to have cash reserves for your buying opportunities. Your friend, that's the perfect example. $25,000 in a time of crisis. So what'd you say, like $2 million now or something like that? That's it. It's being able to act during those times. So you need to have cash available for that.
You know, man, I wish we had more time. This is why he come on every month, because I always got more questions. Because it's like, What would you tell someone? Okay, let's say in my friend's position, he invested $25,000. His portfolio is a little bit over $2 million. So let's say he made $2 million profit. I hear some people say, you know what? Since I invested $25,000, I can go ahead and sell my stocks and get my $25,000 out and let the $2 million sit there and let it grow. Would you tell someone that's a good idea? Would you say, just let it all just stay in there? Like, take out the money that you put in there so you don't lose it. Because he's like, he didn't say this. I hear some people say this. Like, for an example, my girl, she put $9,500. It's at $22,000. So her question to me was, when she hit me, like, yo, after I sell the house, and can I just pull out the $9,500 and let the rest just stay in there and just grow? I said, no. You're supposed to keep putting more money in it. Let it grow, let it grow. What would you tell your people? Is it okay to pull out what you invested, or would you advise them to keep it in there?
Well, let's talk about what we're looking at. You seen it work. So you wanted to work. To the point. You wanted to work less? what we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's real, bro.
You want to make less money now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, that's basic.
Hey, so you answer the question. If you wanted to work less, then take your money out.
Yo, that's real, bro.
But the objective, how wealth is built, is through compounding, which means you have your principal and the interest that you make, and you reinvest all of it. That's how you get the compounding effect. Is by keeping everything invested. Hopefully if you put, $25,000, $9,500 in the market, you got some other money somewhere else. Like, what are you thinking about doing with the $9,500? We're going to buy a bag?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, that's what people are looking at. Like, man, that's they see the extra money.
What's going on, fam? Hey, real quick break from the show. I want to give you the direct link to where you need to go to put that $100, because 2025 is the year that we are going to make smart investments. And you got to go over and check out my friends at Moomoo. You see, it's 2025 and it's time to get serious about growing your money. With that extra $100, instead of spending it on something fleeting, I want you to invest it and watch it multiply today. Meet my friends Moomoo, the trading app that's redefining how we build wealth. Real-time data, powerful analytics, and easy-to-use platforms that has index funds inside of this platform. Moomoo is the ultimate starting point for your investment strategy in 2025. Whether you're new to the game or seasoned pro, Moomoo is designed to help you invest smarter and grow faster. That's right. All you have to do is go to anthonyoneil.com/Moomoo today and start investing for your future. It's commission free. It's simple. It's direct. It's the best place to put your $100. Listen, go to anthonyoneil.com/Moomoo after you finish watching this show for me and my friend, my brother, Courtney. All right? Love you.
One thing I would love to do when you come on the show is, how do we help people see past today? How do we help them see their 70-year-old self? How do we help them see their 80-year-old self with children and grandchildren? How do we help them see legacy and future? And that's one thing I've really been on lately, is like, man, like, what am I doing with myself? What am I investing in myself that's going to impact my 80-year-old self? Because I'm going to be 80. Hopefully I have me a 55-year-old wife. I'm just playing. What am I doing that's going to impact my wife, my children, if I'm blessed to have some, and the generation behind me? I think a lot of people are so stuck on today. I got an extra $10,000. I can do this. I can do that. I can upgrade my house, man. I can get a purse. I need a new car. But then it's like, man, I'll never forget, Courtney. I went to McDonald's, I think it was about like 3 or 4 years ago. Came home, it was like 2 o'clock at night. I needed something in my stomach. So I got me a small dollar fry and a small high C orange. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And this lady is 80 years old giving me my food. And I just had to ask her, I said, ma'am, how old are you? She said, baby, I'm in my 80s. I said, are you working at McDonald's? And she was like, yeah. She said, I don't know how old you are. She was like, but, I just didn't make all the right decisions. So I gotta be here. I need this to survive. And Courtney, I pulled off I had to take the straw out to put in my drink. And I sat there for, I want to exaggerate it, but I want to say a good minute. And it kept ringing in my ear that an 80-year-old has to work at McDonald's to survive. And I'm like, what was she doing in her 30s? Was she surviving it? What was she doing in her 40s, her 50s, her 20s? And I'm like, man, that cannot be me. Which is why I feel so passionate about, okay, I'll skip out on my birthday. And probably because I probably am a little bit too aggressive with my money. I'm just fearful. And I want to make sure that I do everything right in my youthful days, that when I get to my senior days, that I see the fruit of good decisions, not the fruit of bad decisions. And so that's why I appreciate what you're doing, man, because we need, especially within our community, we need people like you who are educated in this space, genuine in this space, who are teaching it from a genuine perspective. Because if we're going to close that wealth gap for our children's children, we need good educators who have a heart for the people, who really want to help us, man. And so I appreciate you for what you're doing, man.
Man, you know, I tell you all the time, like, I appreciate what you're doing. You know, you teaching people the right way. And, you know, a lot of people don't know this about you, but like, you care about people's qualifications, what they've actually done. And that's providing the most value to your community. But, you know, what you said is so powerful, man. You know, we're having this conversation, like in the Black community, a lot about like wealth gaps and all of these, you know, these different terms about, you know, Black people struggling, brown people struggling, you know, the opportunity that white people have. And, you know, when you ask questions like, you know, do I take my money out, or, you know, I'm afraid to invest, or you know, we're in a situation where inflation is going to go up, and you know, do I invest? What should I invest in? Like, these are all the things that contribute to that gap. We tend, Black people tend to think about the impact of our entire community more than we think about the impact to our personal household.
That's good.
And we have to get to a point, we got to care about the community, but it starts with what you're doing at home. So, you know, when you're thinking about the wealth gap, we're thinking about what you're doing to increase your wealth. Thinking about the investment opportunities that you have. Mm-hmm. And you do your part, your neighbor does their part, and then eventually
impact the community.
It impacts the community.
We're going to end it right now. I'm not going behind the preacher.